Make sure you check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go.
What's going on? We back. Goodfellow Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. We in the building. All right. Al Haymon just got basically pissed on by Bob Arum over in the UK. He basically went over there during the Khan and Crawford press conference and said that the reason that Terence Crawford ain't fighting great competition or ain't fighting the PBC guys is because of Al Haymon, and he's being a hypocrite and he lying, and I'm explaining it in a minute, but make sure you check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, thehealthblaze.com. Use my promo code Goodfellow1Box, get 18% off. That's on top of any additional discounts or promos that they're running. Still get that 18% regardless. You want the lotion, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Ladies, kids, man, they got you covered at really good prices, which you get an additional discount with my promo code. So their website and promo code is in the description. What it do, what the business is, what up, though? Y'all know what the business is, man. Let's get into it. And he basically came out, and I'll link the video to the description. He came out from Twitter and said that Al Haymon is basically the cause of this. PBC is the cause of this. And then again, Al Haymon doesn't have to come back and defend himself for what? You know, if you know boxing, you watch boxing over the years, you know Bob Arum got kicked off for Top Rank, got kicked off HBO for making mismatches, for not wanting to fight, take his fighters and let them fight other promoters, you know, other promotional fighters with other promotional companies. That's what Bob Arum is known for. In-house fights. If he can't get options or he can't promote the fighter, you know, that's fighting one of his fighters, especially for a belt, he don't do that. He's lying. He's being a hypocrite. And Al Haymon don't have to rebuttal. People mad because Al Haymon won't go out there and go word for word with them. His silence is his best key. And he moves silent. You know, he be quiet and he just make business moves and he does what he do. You know, but Bob Arum, that's what Bob Arum does. Bob Arum makes in-house fights. You can't tell me a last fighter that came on other than Jorge Linares who came on ESPN and was able to walk back out of ESPN, you know, without having options on him. You can't name one. Linares, you know, didn't have a chance. This was a guy that was knocked out several times. Isaac Dogbay, you know, he wasn't the top-ranked fighter. To get a shot with Jesse McAdone, he had to get options on him by Top Rank. Top Rank had to have options and eventually signed him. Okay? That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Or Lomachenko, you know, he didn't unify at 126. He didn't unify at 130. You know why? Because there was no other top-ranked fighters that they can get to do that. Or was no fighter they can get to have options on. Until Ito came and beat up Christopher Diaz, and they got options on Ito. Now they're trying to get Jamil Herring to beat Ito to get their title to keep it in the top-ranked family. Mikey Garcia didn't unify while he was with Top Rank. Why didn't Mikey Garcia unify? Because they was not in the business of paying no other fighter that they couldn't have ownership or have options on. That's a fact. Al Haymon, didn't Kell Brook come over and beat Sean Porter for a belt? Al Haymon, didn't Lomachenko come over and beat Gary Russell after Top Rank lost the purse bid? Didn't Lomachenko come to Showtime and beat Gary Russell for a belt? You see it time and time again. Other fighters come over to Top Rank and fight. Did not Gosvick come over and beat Adonis Stevenson and get a belt? So we could talk all day about fighters that came over to PBC and got title shots or got big shots and then went back to their promoters. Al Haymon don't need options. Al Haymon ain't stopping. Hey, look here, man. Al Haymon ain't stopping none of these fighters from fighting the best competition. And I elaborate that on in a minute. All right. Bob Arum is just, look here, man. If Bob Arum had the three welterweights and he had Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, and Al Haymon just had Terence Crawford, do you believe Bob Arum would allow Terence Crawford to come over there and make a living? No. We've seen it before with Bob Arum before. The reason undisputed fights don't happen is because of Bob Arum most of the time. Because he has the what Bob ordered belt. Before 2006, you didn't need the WBO belt to be undisputed. Now that you need the WBO belt to be undisputed, you know, Bob Arum, he got leverage. And I'm not retracting on my words, and I'll get into this, that Crawford is the boogeyman. I'm not going back on that. But what I'm saying is they blaming the wrong guy in Al Haymon. If these fighters want these fights to happen, if Errol Spence wanted to fight Terence Crawford, which I'm telling you, I've been saying it for months now, he doesn't want to fight Terence Crawford. They don't feel that he's ready to fight Terence Crawford. Remember, Crawford got 5 more years pro experience. Mikey Garcia has 6 more years pro experience than Errol Spence. They've been pro for over a decade. Mikey, 12 years. Crawford, 10, 11 years as a pro coming into this year. Errol Spence been pro for 6 years now. Going on 7. So these dudes been pro way longer than Errol Spence, man. And Terence Crawford been fighting as a kid. Errol Spence started fighting at 15. So it's still a learning curve there for him. And I understand it. But my problem with Errol Spence was that he walking around like, he really Free Smoke Jr. when he not. He didn't want all the smoke. He didn't want that Crawford smoke. He didn't want that Bud smoke. He was THC free. He didn't want that Bud smoke. And I stand by that. And I have differences with Bud in the past, but like I said before, I'm a fair channel, bro. I'm not a fanboy channel. I'm not investing emotionally or none of these fighters. But when you come down blaming Al, it's not Al. It's not Premier Boxing Champions. They providing the protection service, but ultimately you blame the fighter. He should have went out there and said Errol Spence don't want it. Errol Spence is a punk, because that's what it is. It ain't Al Haymon. If Errol Spence go to Al and say, go make the Crawford fight, I demand you to make the Crawford fight, Al gonna go make that fight. Like when Floyd Mayweather told Al he wanted the big boy mansion, Al made that happen. I'm pretty sure Al had a business mind into building girl collection for Floyd as a strip club. Al Haymon had his hands all over that. So if these dudes want Al to make fights happen, Al make it happen. Like Deontay Wilder told him, go make the Joshua fight happen. He came up with $50 million for Joshua. People say, how did he come up with $50 million and he lost a purse bid to Povetkin? His star status wasn't as big as it was when the AJ fight came about. People just stupid. They don't look at shit like that. He wasn't a big star when he about to go fight Povetkin about what, 2 years ago now? Deontay Wilder wasn't worth 50. Wasn't even worth it. Now, 2 years later, he been on free TV. He's done millions of views on Showtime. Now he's worth his weight in gold. But you're going to get ignorant, coon-ass niggas out there that's like that. You're going to get guys that's ignorant like that. But he should have been calling out Errol Spence, his coach and his personal manager, because Al is his major manager advisor. Al draws up the contracts and the venue plans. He should have came up there and said, Errol Spence is a punk. Errol Spence don't want the fight, because that's who don't want it. It ain't PBC. Al Haymon is just he does what his fighters want him to do. And Bob Arum want to be Al so bad, bro. He tried to steal his idea. He tried to come over to ESPN and be like Al and get a credit to the UFC. Al Haymon started this regular network television shit for combat sports. Al Haymon is the one that did all that. Al Haymon is doing what's best for the fighter. He's a fighter's manager fighter's manager advisor. You know what I'm saying? Al Haymon is blessing these dudes with paydays. Crawford happy getting 3.5. That's cool. Earl making more than that, because he getting a promotional cut. Keith Thurman, you think Terence Crawford could take 2 years off will not be hurting? Keith Thurman took 2 years off. You think when Terence Crawford got in trouble with trying to steal the car out of the car shop and went to jail, and you think Bob Arum sent him some money to bail himself out? Hell no. When these PBC fighters get in trouble, Al Haymon provides the legal representation and pays for it. He does what's best for the fighter. He not stopping. He do what the fighter wants. He not stopping these fighters from fighting Terence Crawford. These fighters scared to fight Terence Crawford. And Bob Arum is a big hypocrite, because if he had the 3 welterweights and Al had Terence Crawford, he wouldn't be letting Crawford in. He'd be doing the exact same thing that Al Haymon is portrayed to be doing. But if Errol Spence said, hey, Al, I'm ready to go fight Terence right now, let's make that shit happen. Make the fight. Al gonna make it happen. You sure you want to do that? Let's make it happen. Bob Arum, no, you can't do that right now. Y'all know what it is, man. Goodfella Sports TV. Don't forget, check out the Hellblaze, thehellblaze.com. Don't forget to use my promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Get 18% off immediately on their natural products. And go to the website, check them out. Don't forget my hardcore Patreon channel for the boxing fans, raw and uncensored. early access to predictions, a lot of good topics that I can't speak on here. And I got a food for thought tier, relationship advice, workplace, food for thought type of stuff. That's $5 a month. Definitely going to enjoy those tiers as well. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Twitter. Also can reach out to the email. We got a Facebook group. Want to make a donation to the channel. That link's always there as well. Goodfella Sports TV, your boy CJ Goodfella.